Age of Empires has always featured different kinds of soldiers and weapons from history. In this series, I will take us behind the game and take a look at what these units were actually like historically. Enjoy. Let's begin with, in my opinion, one of the coolest units in the game, the Janissary. The Janissary first made an appearance in the Ottoman Empire in 1363 and remained in service for almost 500 years. The word Janissary simply means new soldier. They were originally slaves conscripted into direct service of the Sultan in childhood, but later ordinary subjects could buy their way into the Janissary Corps. This is a common practice of the era, but what made this corps particularly special was that these slaves were paid a regular salary. However, they were still quite restricted. For example, they could not marry, as their loyalty was to be only to the Sultan. The Janissary Corps was originally quite small, as their primary function was the protection of the Sultan, but as time and technology moved on, their role was expanded. When they were first formed, they were skilled archers, but as the Sultan's elite fighting force, they were later equipped with firearms, making them equal to the armies of the other European powers, at least for a while. Even so, they were a formidable fighting force throughout their service, comparable to modern special forces. The training and equipment was quite diverse when compared with regular infantry. While initially they were expert archers, they later trained to fire muskets, which they used to devastating effect. In melee combat, they used axes or a kilij, which is a kind of scimitar whose ancestry could be traced back to the Mongol sabers. Now, on guard duty, they would also carry a long-handled halberd. Their training was also some of the best. In addition to being the Sultan's personal guard and shock infantry, they were used as sappers, combat engineers, and border guards. They would also cross-train as artillerymen. When a young boy was conscripted into the Janissary Corps, he would be trained at the Endrun in the capital city. This is comparable to being sent to West Point. They were elite soldiers through and through, but their training didn't only include combat. At the Endrun, they would also receive training as clerics and artisans. This made them very well educated for the period. Eventually, modernization made the Janissary obsolete. In 1826, the Sultan Mahmud II disbanded them in favor of a more modern army. This concludes a quick history on the Janissary. If you liked it, hit that like button, and I hope to see you in the next video.